Today we're talking about our X5 diesel that we've been dealing with some problems with. Obviously, if you've watched the last couple of videos, you'll know that I've had an engine code spit out. We dealt with what I considered to be possibly the active DEF tank issue, or the heater in that tank issue. Anyway, that's my belief. Now it's to be confirmed, and if you watch the last couple videos, then you'll know that I was contemplating a few different options, one of which being possibly fix it myself. Still very, very expensive because the part itself is 2,500 bucks Canadian. The second option being take it into the dealer and they would fix it on their labor and the whole nine, and that could have been close to 3,500 bucks parts and labor. The other option is do away with all of the emissions equipment completely. And another option, of course, is investigate the option potentially for rebuild kits. There's a company down east that possibly sells these. That's another option. But I'm gonna actually head down to the dealership this morning because rumor has it there's an inside scoop. And if you watch till later in the video, you're probably gonna wanna learn this. This is gonna come in very, very handy for those of you who possibly are owners of these cars. So let's get headed to the dealership. Wow, look at all of the new snow. How appropriate. Hey, just after Christmas and we have all this great snow, I've got to take this X5 down to the shop. Let's do a cold start on it right now. Well, it looks like it's going to be a very interesting drive today, everybody. We're gonna head down to the shop. I don't know, these roads are pretty nasty, so here I'll give you a little sample of what we see here right now. Wow, this is actually a freeway on-ramp. I can't believe how nasty the weather is out here today. Not the best day for travel, that's for sure. So we're almost at the dealer now. I'm cruising right along. One thing I forgot to mention, everybody, was, there are advantages in going to the dealer once in a while. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, every once in a while, you probably want to check back because there's been revisions on equipment, there's been revisions on software programming, and I know there's a history on my car. There's been some reprogramming, there's been some updates, we've had airbag work, there's been a lot of recalls done on this car too. And when I spoke to the service advisor, that young lady over there at the BMW dealer told me a whole host. There was a list of probably a dozen to 15 things that were recalls on my car, my specific X5 under my VIN number. So there's always things that you want to probably have updated or repaired or rectified or just made safer because it's a safety recall. So I understand that there is a recall outstanding for this. Actually, there's two. There's two outstanding recalls. She didn't really say what they were, but she said there was a couple of recalls open for under my VIN for my vehicle. So I'm going to find out what that is, and we'll get that done while the vehicle's in there, of course, too. Sure, yeah, one of them. Well, I guess it's too bad. These guys didn't want to give me a loaner car. They actually asked me if the X5 would be in, if it's okay if I left the X5 in the shop there for a while, possibly for the weekend. You'd think that they'd give me a loaner. Well, they actually dropped me off. They had a shuttle driver take me to the house, and so I'm back at home again, enjoying this lovely snow again that we have, and it's just not stopping. But anyway, that's okay. You know what? I've got things to do here. I've got to take care of more video editing and whatnot, so let's just get back to that. And I'm just going to sit by the phone and basically wait and see what these guys have to say.
Hello?
So we're going to head down. The shuttle is back, and we're going to go get our X5. All right. Okay, so now we finally picked our car up. Thank goodness the shuttle guy got us there in time in one piece in a beautiful new 7 Series car. I gotta tell you, it was just a really, really nice ride. But beyond that, obviously before I came down here, got the hair all cut, got that all trimmed up real nice. And now that we picked up the car, I found out what the actual issue is. And so on our last vlog, we actually talked about some of the options, like buying the rebuild kits, buying a whole tank for $2,500 and do it yourself, or paying the dealer $3,000 to $4,000 to just do the whole job themselves. But when in actuality, here's the trick, guys. So I'm in Canada now. I'm not 100% sure how that works in the US, but rumor has it when I started searching the net, I found that BMW had a little bit of an additional policy that they added because these DEF tanks, these tank heaters, were faulty, or they were failing at quite an accelerated rate. And so what that led BMW to, as far as I can tell, is extending the warranty. Now, I didn't even realize this. My car is a 2009, and here we are in 2019, so we're 10 years. When I walked in the door, I asked about the engine light. They scanned it, and they basically said, after I suggested, I already knew what the problem was because I checked it with my code reader, but they looked it up and they verified that in fact BMW Canada was covering the entire cost of this repair through an extended warranty up to 10 years or 190,000 kilometers. Man, was I ever ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. That saved me over $3,000 in maintenance or repair costs for myself, and I was able to walk out of here. Didn't cost me a penny. As a matter of fact, I got this coffee as well to boot. So all it really cost me was fuel to get down here and a little bit of time just to kind of manage, dropping it off and dealing with the plugging and playing with my code reader. But at the end of the day, BMW here was so kind to do the whole thing on their tab. Now, that being said, there's some criteria. Again, the warranty was actually up for basically being over by September of 2019. So it's really a godsend that this actually happened to me when it did, because that sort of just missed it under the whistle, so to speak. And my kilometers are right, because obviously I only have, 161,000 kilometers on the odometer right now, or 10 years. So 190K or 10 years, whichever came first, would nullify it. But fortunately, I fit the bill. They replaced it free of charge, and that is the end of this whole situation. Now, guys, let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to know if you've had similar experiences, and I'll be honest, I did a lot of searching online. I looked high, I looked low, I looked all about this code, and I really couldn't find a lot of information. So here's the information, guys. BMW has recognized that this is a weakness, and they owned up and they extended the warranty for a reasonable extended period, of course 10 years, and fixed a lot of these on good faith. And so I really can't thank BMW enough. Obviously, it was really, really helpful. It saved a lot of money that I can put in better, much more useful places. So everybody, I really hope you like this video, and make sure you check in the next vlog. Next vlog is going to be fun because we're going to be starting to talk about preparing things for, our summer coming up with the M5 and of course the X5. We'll continue some more discussions on the X5. Thanks again, everybody. I really love to see you guys on the next one. Catch you then. Bye-bye.